Red Bull, Vulcan, The Score, and G2A.com, the best video game store ever.
From the ashes of High Ground TV, a new studio has arose to aid BTS in its time of greatest need, featuring the best raw talent in the history of Dota.
Wiggle, wiggle. With that big fat butt. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's time. I was going to say the Summit for America. For the Frankfurt Major qualifiers for America. Sleep has evaded us thus far, but we've got a freshly rested, ready to go Gerg.
I'm ready.
Our resident expert here on the High Council might be just a tiny bit biased as their manager, so myself and Lyrical will be calling you out on your bullshit as this cast progresses.
Yeah, I don't apologize at all for any biased casting that may occur.
I'm sure it will occur as well. It's gonna be great.
But the good news is that with the bias, you might get a little bit of inside info that might be a little bit of a little extra something.
All right, well, let's see how you can spice it up, buddy. Cloud9 taking on High Council. Now, remember, this is a very important match for both teams. If either team wins 2-0, they advance, and they will join. Who is it grading in this group? I got to look
Elite Wolves.
Yeah, Elite Wolves. Definitely.
So if either wins 2-0, they're the second team. The other one's eliminated. If it's a 1-1 tie, then Complexity has a shot to finish second, guaranteed, by 2-0ing Void Boys. If they 1-1 Void Boys, then it's a tie between Wizards and Priests and Cloud9.
Yep.
Not sure exactly how that's broken. We'll deal with that if it happens.
It's best of ones.
Best of one. Okay.
That should be pretty awesome as well. Excited for this one. Should be a great series.
This might be one of the hypest matches of the qualifier. I mean, this is Group A. Winner of this definitely wins the qualifier. So.
I mean,
well,
besides Elite Wolves.
one of the top two.
Definitely.
No, I think Elite Wolves definitely could.
Yeah, they're really solid.
What do you think of DC?
DC?
Have you been? I mean, I guess we've only seen them play one match.
I think they're very lucky they're in Group B.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Game's begun. Game one. Let's hop into the draft.
Let's go in. Cloud9 start with Ember, which is no surprises.
Ooh.
The ban's a little bit targeted. Night Stalker is definitely a hero that Bleak has been playing a ton during this qualifier. So not too surprised to see that out. Shadow Fiend, both on Radiant and in the hands of Justin, is quite powerful. So both those bans make a lot of sense. Two very common heroes for HCWP. Anti-Mage banned out. Obviously, that's one of Ritsu's best heroes.
Well, according to Coddle Guy, Ember is his best hero. I'm not sure if I agree with that because I haven't seen all of his heroes, but I mean his Anti-Mage is pretty good.
His Anti-Mage is quite good, though.
And it's a hero that I think he feels really comfortable on.
This should be a Darkseer, right?
Consistently. It seems like that'd be a pretty solid pickup here. I wonder if you want to try and take somebody who can punish the Alchemist a little bit more. I mean, obviously Darkseer is great in terms of being
Quap's probably the best hero to punish Alk, but it's so hard to punish Alk. It's like
that's true.
Delay his 20-minute radiance by like or 20 minute like radiance Manta Octarine by like 2 minutes. Good luck.
The thing you could do is try and pick heroes that are really great at rune control. And Cloud9 take Ancient Apparition. I looked at the stats before this. 4-1 on Ancient Apparition for this patch.
That's also good.
Ancient Apparition has a really high win rate in general in this qualifier.
You definitely ban Darkseer here if you're High Council, I would say. Darkseer Ember is just dirty, and it goes quite well with the AA.
Yeah. I would definitely say that there's probably going to be a I hope there's a Darkseer ban at least.
Well, and I think the Ancient Apparition really great at dealing with the Alchemist Dazzle component as well. You've got the massive amount of regeneration that you get with Alchemist ulti, and then on top of that, Dazzle healing. Now, the flip side of that is that you can't say, all right, Dazzle's going to be able to grave you through the Ice Blast, which is very much true. It kind of depends upon when these spells end up landing and the relative play of the Ancient Apparition relative to the Dazzle and when those spells actually get casted. So a lot of potential to outplay each other in this matchup, and we'll see who's able to get the better spells off.
I think AA is a good pick for Cloud9 as well, just because if you look at Mason's heroes,
there's the Darkseer.
A lot of them are really bad against AA. Slark. There's another one as well. Slark and Weaver, I guess, are both pretty bad against Ancient Apparition, and those are two Mason heroes.
I don't think it's a Slark game. Not versus
I mean, he can't
AA.
play Slark now versus AA. That's pretty much impossible.
10 seconds remaining.
Like that.
Well, I'm a little surprised none of the teams are considering the first phase Brood. Like, sure, it is a little... It gives you time to counterpick, but I've seen so many Broods that just win the game anyway, even when it's a first phase pick. So I'm a little surprised there. So they banned the Darkseer. I think you ban a Braxier here. I was going to say Wind Ranger, but they banned Veno.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Wind Ranger
too.
versus Alk is like fine though. Acid Spray is so good against Wind Runner.
I mean, Veno is also fine versus Alk because you just
that's
farm
true,
with Acid Spray and you don't care about the damage over time because you have regen. So.
Yeah,
Plus
that's true.
The obvious combo A with the Veno right there is just really hard to deal with.
That's probably
the
reason
bigger
why
reason, yeah.
It's just really good synergy. So I do like the Veno ban. Now High Council, what do they want from here? They're gonna need. I mean, we've seen some weird stuff for Mason. He played Weaver in one game. That was a disaster. I don't think they'll ever run Weaver again in this qualifier. I don't think. Definitely not with the draft they had.
Not in this game.
No.
Although Dazzle and Weaver is pretty good, but I think Ancient Apparition is just too good against Weaver.
Yeah.
So it basically just turns your ulti off. It just becomes positioning instead of HP too.
I'm a little bit curious where this Alchemist is going to get run. In the mid, I mean, you
It's
constantly
mid.
see
It's definitely 100% mid.
It's just too good because you have better access to the bounty runes. You can stack the ancients on your way to go get the runes, and you're also your radiance. You can even stack your own jungle camp.
Yeah,
So
it's definitely going to be mid.
we did see a safe lane Alk earlier, but I just think safe lane Alk is inferior in general.
Yeah.
The thing that I was curious about is that then the Dazzle here does have the potential to stay in lane consistently, keep somebody alive. I was going to say that I think that Alchemist here wins the matchup against Ember Spirit if they go mid, just because we saw it earlier in that other game.
You can't do anything
To a
as
large
Ember.
extent.
It's like you run in, you're just dying to acid spray. Every creep auto attack does like 50% extra damage because you have no armor.
Well, and then you can leave Dazzle there in the safe lane pretty much alone,
Yeah.
and Tusk can be, if he is a support or if he's an off lane,
He's going to be
being able to rune control really effectively. So I like this pickup here. The Tusk a great hero for being able to do that. I'm wondering if we're going to see an Undying relatively soon here.
That is
Tusk Undying is actually pretty good. I think that would be a pretty good idea.
A lot
It's
of
going to be a
teams-
safe lane Ember. That's how C9 run it. And
Yeah.
you want to punish that early. AA is very vulnerable to the snowball as well.
A lot of teams think that if you apply pressure to Cloud9, they'll just lose. So
Honestly, depending on what C9 pick, they could even consider an aggro tri-lane. Like, Alchemist
Yeah.
will be fine in most 1v1 matchups. Maybe it's to sit back and just spam Acid Spray. That's not a huge issue. Dazzle, Tusk, Undying versus, like, any kind of AA tri-lane, so it's Ember AA +1 probably, that's a recipe to get wrecked. So
yeah.
You got heal
that's
bomb.
where Cloud9 maybe would want to mix up the lanes, but I feel like High Council could also do the same. Just do a dual lane. So they're going to go for the Brax hero. It's a TA, so it does mean an Ember safe lane, and to me, this is absolutely something you want to be punishing. The TA is already going to have a slightly tough time with Acid Spray.
Yeah.
You'll never have Refraction, so there's a decent chance you can just roll on her with the Tusk and kill her. So I like the idea of a pressure lane, at least a dual lane, if not a tri-lane. I agree with you. I think Undying's a great pick here.
If they go for Undying now, then you can leave him in the lane also and rotate over to the mid lane with Dazzle Tusk, have a heal bomb come out with the Tusk Snowball. You're going to be able to take out that TA potentially if we see an Alchemist go for an early level and stun.
They have a pretty good lineup versus TA, honestly. The damage over time is solid. The plus armor from Dazzle helps a lot against Ember and TA, which is why I'm a little surprised they picked into it, but they wanted Roshan potential. And they've got the Sigil, which can be very annoying. So I think this is like one of the worst TA games I've seen as far as draft goes so far, and it's still TA, and Brax plays the hero very well.
Yep. Absolutely. And moving forward here, I think we were talking about the Dazzle. There's also a chance that Dazzle will probably just float between the lanes, depending on who actually needs help. But I actually do really like the idea of pressuring this Ember A lane because they're going to probably put another support in that lane, but still, those two heroes are very weak against pressure.
And they have no defensive capabilities, right? Like
Yeah.
let's
Like,
say
if you get run at and you're Ember and AA, like what do you do?
Tusk snowballs at you it brings the Dazzle and the Undying. They drop the Tombstone and they heal bomb. Like
I guess you
already
bolus,
3 heroes,
but if you're like level 4, your bolus is like not a long duration at all.
Huh.
they're gonna go safe though. They pick up a Wyvern. This gives them better control and late game potential. So it's less of a laning focused draft, more of a even if both teams are farming, we have the Alk. I dare you to try to go late against us C9. And I mean, truth be told, C9's late game execution was lacking
Not been
yesterday.
good.
No,
Yeah, they threw a couple games, I would say.
you would think with Theban at the helm, I think nobody would argue the best captain outside of PPD in the North America region right now, at least from what I've seen so far, that they would have the better late game decision making, but that was not the case.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Swindle
yesterday.
also seems like he's a pretty good caller. Judging by the
Swindle, it
team's
seems
play.
like late complexity actually does pretty well. They go for support Naga. So they're kind of all in on these team fights, it seems like. Although, I guess Naga's okay in lane.
It's kind of weird. I think that the splash is going to be good against the Tusk there if he is going to be. I really am a little bit confused by the Winter Wyvern pick, honestly.
This is
really
they're
defensive.
just going to defensive tri-lane, and Tusk is going to be off lane. This is like...
They're just going to be disgusting.
This is
like they'll be stacking the jungle for the Alchemist.
Yeah, this is a very standard draft for High Council.
I would have liked an aggressive tri-lane, because I feel like Ember AA safe lane is so easily punished, but they're not going to go for it. So,
Yeah.
you know, this is a big match. Teams generally tend to, I would say, get a little tight and play safe, even established teams and huge matches. And for these guys, this is
a very big
this
match.
is their life, you know?
Yeah.
You win this series 2-0, you've got a very good chance of going to the major.
The thing I'm a little bit worried about is that a lot of the supports for Cloud9 are already scale really well into the late game, I think. Naga Siren is great as you move on into the later stages. The Ice Blast is always going to be a problem, and if you get the Midas up on him, this is one of the matches where I feel like Cloud9 is trying to one-up the sort of greedy builds that we've been seeing, and it might actually work this time against Alchemist as long as they rune control effectively. So we'll see if they're going to be able to make that happen, but...
Yeah, I mean, I would if they start playing greedy with Alk, expect Cloud9 to get an AA Midas for sure, Battle Fury Rush on Ritsu for sure. They do go Weaver. Okay, this is a much better Weaver game though. In fairness, the Weaver game where they ran it was an Omni Knight Weaver Razor draft.
Yeah.
I remember that game.
And their
actually.
offlane was it a Quap? It was some damage hero that didn't have any control. So I don't think this is a bad Weaver game. They actually have very little lockdown. I kind of like it here, to be honest, as much as I was flaming the pick the other day.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the chains and you've got stun or ensnare right now with Naga Siren, which is pretty great. You know, being able to pierce through BKB, pretty long duration as well. I think,
And it's a hero that can build a Midas. And actually, it's an amazing Ags, by the way.
yeah, that's true.
Weaver really benefits from the stats because he's so damn squishy.
Yeah.
And his time-lapse Ags ult is crazy. I saw a game where it like single-handedly won the team the game.
And there isn't really another great Ags carrier potentially if Alchemist wants to find.
Well, the thing is that you don't really like. I think when you think about like the whole pooling Ags thing, I think it's only realistic to pool like one until like ultra late.
I'd say two. It
Two
depends
at
on
most,
it depends
I
on
guess.
like how good of a start the
But
Alk
well,
has.
so I guess they could give one to Dazzle and they can give one to Weaver.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tusk is useless.
Walrus kick's pretty shit.
The stats are always nice though. So like if it goes late, you can always just give your whole
So
team Ags.
it's gonna be fogged on Dazzle. Scott's gonna be playing Winter Wyvern. No big surprise.
All right, Greg.
Jimmy
How do you like
Tusk.
your team's draft? Do you believe in them? Are
Interesting.
you ready to make a bold statement here?
I believe in Mason.
Want to make a little bet?
If Mason wanted Weaver, I believe.
Okay. Well, very, very interesting.
So are you willing to bet on it in any way?
Ooh.
I mean, I might as well.
Is the Weaver going to have over 10 kills? Let's set the line at 9.5. Over or under for Mason? You should be taking over because
We've
otherwise
gotta-
you're
yeah.
flaming your team.
All right, I'm going under.
Over.
I got no problem with that.
I'm looking at Ember, AA, Earthshaker even. Those heroes die pretty easily to Weaver.
Okay. Man, this is exciting. This is a big... Oh, way to kill the hype, guys. Jesus. We already delayed this match by like 2 hours. Now we're going to just listen to the TP sound for the next 5 minutes.
So they've got an offlane Shaker,
I can't escape it. Okay.
who is presumably
So it's going to be...
gonna buy a ward before he TPs.
Do we have the soundboard? It could be the next level, pretend like you're warding and just try to get scouted and then back off. So maybe it's intentional, but
Interested.
It actually, I mean,
you are up against an Alk. You definitely want to
well,
secure
AA
bounty
is
runes.
in support with
So,
the
so
rune.
I think actually it might be intentional because you're up against an Alk. He's going to try to secure the bounty rune. So this way he can scout the Alk. And if they see the Alk going bottom, they're probably going to send the whole team here. But High Council can always just move the Alk to the other rune.
Plus Weaver is gonna.
I don't know
try
how
in
well
front
this
here.
works.
This is not gonna. I don't think they're gonna get the information
he
they
saw
want from
him, right?
this.
They did see him, yeah.
Yeah.
The vision ended up.
And the other thing is they also did not actually get a ward down. Although
If they see
High
the
Council,
AA with 4 wards, it's not going to work though. So.
yeah, exactly. So the AA can't show at all before putting down a bunch of these.
I'm pretty sure they just forgot to give him a ward, but maybe there was a next level.
Yeah, I'm
play
pretty
there.
sure they forgot to give him a ward.
Hard
Well-
to say without being in the team Skype.
Rax goes for this typical. This is the typical build we've seen now with Wraithband, 2 Iron Branches. He's gonna get pulled 2 tangos most likely. Yep, there's one from the Naga, and I presume that the A will give him one as well. So that's a pretty standard TA build, gives you a lot of damage in the early parts of the game, but if you do die early, it punishes you a lot, but you really should not die with Refraction.
They're giving the Alk his
this is not a good idea.
delicious bounty rune. Yep, I will take that.
Yep.
Oh, he didn't skill up! Oh,
What?
God, no. He got 100 gold.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Justin. Oh.
That's actually potentially a game-losing mistake.
Yeah, that really is, because then he skilled it afterwards, so he doesn't have acid spray. He can't get his bottle.
I actually just face palmed for like a solid 15
And then,
seconds.
like, instantly, Demon pinged him. He's like, what? Where's your gold,
Wow.
dude?
Oh my god.
So first we have a Shaker TPing bottom without the ward. Probably a mistake. And then we have a definite error here.
This was
These teams might be a little
Justin
case of nerves.
appears to be crumbling already.
Oh, no. He hasn't gotten a last hit either.
Yeah, he's not lasting well at all. He's gonna get this.
It's very hard not to tilt after something like that. Fortunately, this is not a terrible matchup for Alk, at least early on.
Well,
TA doesn't really want to fight under acid spray, so as long as it's up, you're relatively safe.
as long as he gets his bottle out in these next couple of acid sprays, like, he's going to be okay. But the damage is, the mana cost rather, is pretty significant.
I'm gonna laugh when he still ends up like 20k gold ahead
I mean,
of
he's
everyone.
still gonna be super farmed, but
Yeah. I'm
that's
just gonna laugh when they win anyway, and Justin ends the game giving his team like 5 Aghanim Scepters, a 6 slotted, Refresher on the Courier, Moon Shards on the Hero. You know?
Yeah.
It's gonna happen anyway, guys, because this is Alchemist Dota we're talking about.
So the dual lane top, it's going to be Tusk and Dazzle. A little bit of that heal bomb potential that can come out. A lot of damage early. A needs to be careful here throughout the course of this game. But as long as Naga's nearby, you know, she's got Riptide. You've got the chains coming out from Ember as well. It's not too bad.
Yeah, that's definitely why they picked her, is to shore up the laning stage more than anything else.
Right.
I think they were a bit worried about the aggressive tri-lane, although then they saw the Wyvern and less so, but Naga gives them a reset tool, and it gives them a really scary team fight. Like, you song into an Echo Slam Fissure and then proceed to go in for an Ice Blast around that time, and you're in good shape. And I want to point out, look at what Cloud9's doing. They are prioritizing the runes, which is
Really
exactly
good.
what you want to go do against Alk. No bounty rune for Justin, and this means that not getting that first one just mega hurts.
Yeah, that's much worse now. He's gonna be bottle crowing here. The good news is that since he's Alchemist, it's actually not the end of the world. But it's
not
still,
getting the runes early really slows
not
you
getting
down,
the
though.
first 2, I think, is bad. If he doesn't get the next one too, it's gonna be bad. But we'll see if he can recover. I mean, with proper stacking, there's definitely an opportunity for them to recover a lot of that farm. But it's just free money that he just didn't get.
Yeah. It hurts. Well, Gilgamesh doing a little bit of damage down here in the bot lane. He's going to just try and deny out as
hate
much as
these
he can.
names that they're using.
It's a little bit dangerous. I think that, you know, he's going to be able to
I
just
don't see
continue to
those.
toss out the fissure.
Oh really?
Mine says MSS.
Oh, just reborn. Thanks.
Is it
Okay.
because you're friends with them or something?
Oh maybe.
Possibility.
I'm not cool enough to be MSS's friend.
What do you have for Ritsu? Does it say C or whatever?
Suaru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. I have
Sujiro?
Gilgamesh on mine.
No
Are you
big
friends
deal.
with all of the players on Steam?
No, not Ritsu.
Okay. And he says a different name still.
It's Seijuro. Yeah, that's what you
Okay.
have. That's weird.
Hmm.
Just reborn.
This is a
things.
terrible start for Alk. They haven't
this is
stacked
very
a
bad.
single camp. He hasn't gotten a single bounty rune. He's not stacking his own Ancients. He has opted to skill up unstable, so I think he's like, I might not be getting many runes. Perhaps I have to go for a more moderate, not 1,000 GPM at 20 minutes build. Never
Yeah.
something you plan on doing.
I like the adjustment that he's making though. It shows that at least he's not tilting too hard after that start. Very low HP for a TA though mid.
Fog taking a little bit of damage as well. Since Snare's going to hit one more 2. Right clicks,
Should be able
turn
to
around,
pull him into the
snowball.
thing. Okay, well that works too.
Nice turnaround. They ended up using both Snowball and Grave right there, so a little bit unfortunate, but making sure that the Dazzle ends up staying alive.
And you can see the mad rush to the runes. But Alk with the stun in the bottle. Oh, poor guy.
Went the wrong one.
I mean, regen rune's not useless by any
yeah.
means. They're going to at least be able to get a kill
gonna
here
get
at
a kill here for
1437.
sure.
This is what you want to be doing. If they're going to try to steal your Alk's runes, then you're going to punish them. First blood. All right. Well, if I can't get 500 gold from a bounty rune,
I'll just get first blood.
I'll just get 400 gold from the first
The
blood.
bounty rune's still down their bot. They might opt to go for it potentially.
It's definitely worth it to make that. I think he'll
Look at this.
he
SVG
can-
is literal. Is he literally running all the way across the map to grab it? No.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Justin's probably just assuming it's gone because they don't have a
Yeah,
ward.
I'm Scott should check though in a second here. He's doing this camp right next to it. That's nighttime, I guess. So it's actually really you can't really see it from that camp at nighttime.
No, you gotta walk down.
Yeah, never mind.
How often do you see a bounty rune in an Alk game just sitting there a minute later?
Definitely.
I'm a little surprised they don't have a rune ward either. I feel like that's very useful when you have an Alk.
Weaver,
Well, they
meanwhile,
gave a lane ward to Mason bottom, and then where did they use the other one?
Does he really need a lane ward? I mean, you could still have a lane ward and another ward though.
Yeah, I don't actually know where they put the other one. It's possible it got dewarded, I guess.
Potentially.
I don't see a sentry. I guess it's after.
Ooh, they're
They
chasing
would've-
a little
they
bit here.
definitely bought them,
Earthshaker down bottom lane, taking a lot of damage.
Demon's
At the same time-
actually in trouble top.
Also in trouble.
He has
Demon
Grave, though.
netted up. Grave is there. Heal. It's already been used. He has the sound or the tango though. He's gonna be okay.
Yeah, and
Good
Earthshaker
shards
was
as
down
well.
bottom as well. Able to take the little bugs off of him. Now walking on back.
This rune's just gonna sit here, is it?
Yep.
It's going to despawn.
Justin, please. He's
Watch him
stacking
go
now,
down there,
though.
and now it's not the bounty rune.
Oh, he goes down for 6 minutes and it switches.
Yeah. Oh, Brax is gonna get it.
That's very frustrating.
If there's a double bounty bottom, and this time they're setting 2 supports to get through. This game is literally entirely about C9 trying to deny the Alk runes.
Yeah, TA can't believe it right now that she's going to get another one. Full back up top and then going to be able to get a second rune as well.
Nope, does not get it.
Illusion.
They do get the bounty top though.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just bad timing because Fog can't go to check the rune by himself. It's too dangerous.
Yeah.
But they are going to
Top
look to
lane.
punish here.
Ritsu is very low, has no way out of this.
Doesn't have a good defensive support, although the AA can possibly counterplay this.
Wow, I can't believe
He's going to make it out. Oh, Justin mid. Pops the ult. Yeah, that gank's over.
GGR button.
It's going to be tough. Weaver's getting free farm down here in the bottom
Mason
lane
is
though,
farming
so that's
like
pretty
crazy.
solid. I mean, he's getting... What's this brought out to him right now? It is going to be
Probably
the finish of the Aquila and a bottle for him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So just extra sustain in lane, the ability to get a little bit
Do you
more
think he's going to go
armor.
Midas still?
Mason?
Yeah.
I think it's going to depend on the tempo of the game,
Yeah,
but
I think he definitely still
Weaver
could get one.
generally needs a Midas, I
Yeah,
would
because
say.
you're not that good at farming if you don't get a Midas.
He doesn't have a steroid skill as far as like flash farming. Yeah, he's the double attack, that's okay, but you're also up against the TA. C9 love to play the economy game, especially with Ritsu, and Brax is on one of his more farm-intensive heroes mid, so I would expect to see a Mason Midas.
You also don't necessarily want to take away a lot of the jungle farm from your Alchemist either. You want to leave that for him to be able to, soak on up the Greevil's Geed, everything, and just make it solid.
Brax is handling this lane well. I mean, he should be okay in it, but I think if you overstep in this lane against Acid Spray, you could die pretty easily, especially since Justin actually put some points in Concoction, but
They're not really doing anything for the Alk.
no.
He is still 2,000 gold up
do you
there.
know, have they run the Alk before?
Oh, yeah, they use it all the time.
They're not really giving him much help. I think maybe Bleak will start.
Oh, jeez.
God damn it.
Is Mason
Nice.
listening to the stream or something?
No, it's just Mason things,
Just
honestly.
Mason.
Feeling comfortable. Going to finish off a Magic Wand here in just a second as well on the Weaver. Does already have level 6, so can be very, very strong in terms of his sustainability in this lane. Ganking him is going to be very hard. I think that probably now... I feel like Cloud9 need to pressure this a little bit more in the mid lane and really hurt the Alchemist. Like, they've been able to take away his bounty runes, but he still has this big gold stack.
It's kind of like wasted effort, though, you know? It's like, it's so hard to actually stop an Alk from farming, because if you shut them down in lane, they're just going to go into the jungle. And if you try to invade their jungle, Weaver's probably going to kill you.
I think they've shut him down a lot, though.
I mean,
Remember,
they've done a good job.
Like last game,
But he still has 2,000 gold.
last game, Alk had his Radiance at 10 minutes. This
Yeah.
game, he's only halfway to the Relic at 7.5 minutes. So
Right.
I think I agree with you, Gabe, that they should be shutting him down. And I actually think you don't have to kill him. You just
I
have
think
to keep on denying bounty
this
runes.
is as good as it gets.
Yeah.
All right.
I think they're in pretty good shape. But
Any bigger commitment than this, and I think it's not worth it.
yeah. But once there does come a point where you want to put some pressure on him. Like, you don't want to let him get Radiance, get Manta, get BOTs, get Octarine, start feeding Ag Scepters to his team, and then do something about it. But I think that they've got a bit of a window here. TA will go clear the Ancient stack fairly soon, possibly with the help of one of the supports. And maybe they go for like a smoke gank with the Shaker. But the big thing for Cloud9 right now is going to be getting level 6 on 1437 and waiting for the first rotation from the Ember Spirit.
So one thing I really do like about this game is for HCWP is that Fog is still finding good experience Even though he's just like kind of pulling top a little bit, he's keeping Demon alive, and Scott is kind of just pulling bot, and he's actually making a journey right now to put a very aggressive ward down.
Justin, his first bounty rune of the game at 8 minutes. I mean, give credit where it's due to Cloud9. They did a good job. They know how to punish the Alk pick. Oh, I wouldn't say they've punished it. He's still the leader net worth, but they've slowed it down.
Yeah, they've made it less ridiculous.
I think that ward is really great as well. They're going to be able to see when those Ancients are going to start getting taken, as maybe be able to sneak them a little bit beforehand as well. There isn't really great vision here for the Dire to be able to spot out if somebody's going to try and take them.
The problem is that they don't really have a great lineup for getting Ancients. I mean, Alk is okay, but I don't know if he wants to make that journey over there. I think it's more likely that Mason will probably try to kill them. When
you can slowly kill them with max acid spray, but it's slow. It's not the most efficient way to do it. Generally, you want to wait until you've got an item or two. Ideally, like the Dazzle comes and keeps on healing you. But looks like Cloud9, Brax now dropping a trap in his Ancients. I think one more stack and then he clears this. What's he got, a triple? Yeah, he'll go for the quad stack, then he'll look to clear this. They'll send a support mid, probably the AA, so that he can get a faster level 6. Yeah, maybe the Naga will go. But either way, they're going to move one support mid as soon as Brax goes for that.
Well, and he's not going to need to farm in that lane either. He can just sort of sit back and relax. Like, I don't think that the Alk is going to be able to punish him for staying there at all, really.
No, not with this build. Although he has gone for the second point in Unstable.
Ooh, Earthshaker down bot, just barely going to be able to get away from that one. Took a lot of damage, wisely TPs before Weaver's able to make anything happen there.
Oh, why is the game so laggy?
Well, do you really need to answer that, David?
Reborn.
Ooh, top
lane. I
lane.
have my answer. Uh-oh. This might be a demon down.
Going in on Ritsu here. He has a Remnant. No Bolus, no Sleight of Fist. Bolus is coming up in 1 second, but...
He did not want to go in there. He got dragged in there. Oh, the big bounty rune clash. Justin, he wants it so bad, but Brax says no. Slams the door in his face. They deploy a sentry, though. Brax is in trouble. That's a high level, well, relatively high level stun for the stage of the game. They have the swarm on Brax. Meld ready. Does remove the swarm, but they still burn him down with the Sakuchi. Did not have a fraction.
He's going for 1437, too. Good stun by MSS. God,
he can still go for this, I think. He's got 4 stick charges, and he's
going.
Why not?
Mason
he has
ulti. He's got ulti.
Oh, there's the ulti back on out, and then the Sakuchi away. No problem at all.
He does have to be careful with MSS here, though. He does have Soul Ring enough for Fisher.
He's just going to TP out.
But MSS.
Really solid play there.
Mason Dota.
Mason is, I mean, if you remember TI, Mason is like a master of Weaver. Like, he played Weaver a lot on EG.
That was when Weaver was actually picked.
Yeah.
Ooh, double Mud Golem camp over here as well for this Alchemist is going to mean he's going to be getting a really fast relic.
Yeah, that's one of the better ones. That and the Dark Trolls are quite good. Satyrs are nice. Centaurs and Ursas are garbage.
Garbage tier. Ritsu puts another Remnant back. He knows that this lane, potentially he could die at any point, so he has to keep a Remnant back. Otherwise, I mean, Demon and Fog can easily just initiate on him and kill him.
So yeah, this is where the TA goes to the Ancients. You're going to see AA just take over mid.
Ooh,
like
top lane again, doing a lot of damage. Earthshaker's sitting off to the side here. Fissure ends up connecting.
Oh, he can't get it off.
Done.
Yeah, that was a good rotation.
This is a double.
MSS.
He's got Echo.
He's going to... Oh.
The Sigil's keeping him alive.
Whoa, MSS, why are you backing?
That was a horrible miscommunication.
He could have just changed into an Echo, and even if he graves, you just fissure him afterwards.
Yeah, he should have died there for sure.
Oh, here come the Ancients.
Yeah, this I don't like that. Oh, did they deward it? Oh, they did deward it. Okay. So, but Mason knows that this is happening now.
Hey guys, how's it going? You want some creeps?
Justin's here too.
Oh, I love it. Oh, delicious.
Grand Theft Ancient.
Oh man.
Boom.
They're gonna come in to test
spray.
this though.
He doesn't have to. He just throws down the acid spray.
Oh,
and TA can't really go in, and he gets a bounty rune as well. I'm liking.
He has a lot of money. He almost has Radiance.
Like this is a bad out game, I would say. He hasn't died at least, but he's been shut down fairly hard the first 8 minutes, and still.
Oh, Scott's gonna Arctic burn over the Roche pit.
They're going for it.
They're going for this.
Oh, you have
the curse.
Beautiful. It's a 3-hero curse. They snowball forward. Demon with the uppercut on the backside. There's an Echo Slam from MSS. Doesn't get anything accomplished here. I guess kills the Weaver. Well, so not anything, but not enough as Al continues to move in onto Brax. They still want these Ancients.
They need to kill Ritsu.
He's out of mana. He might go down to a stun from the Alk. Doesn't get to charge it up too much. Enchant Totem as well. Justin now. Oh, in trouble. Chemical Rage has ended. Snowballing forward.
Blast still.
Get the Alk out of there. Save him. He's almost got Radiance.
Yeah, all they want to do is get the Alk out here. Scott's dead. He knows it.
Well, A nice response. The 4-hero rotation answered by the 5-hero rotation.
Yeah.
That was really solid. Imagine
I think
Dazzle
Fox
wasn't
should've
in
been
that
at
one
that
as
fight.
well. Yeah,
They definitely needed him there.
Yeah. I don't think they expected that to turn into that giant cluster that fast. And Mason still's gone for the Midas here, which doesn't really surprise me that much. A lot of players on High Council are pretty confident in their late game decision making, especially Mason. So I think that they'll be okay if they want to take this game late. And Weaver's actually pretty good against Ember, I think. It's just a lot of physical damage. He doesn't have a lot of HP.
I'm curious what the item build is going to be out of Cloud9 here, because you've already got 2 heroes going Midas now for HCWP. There's definitely a potential that if they wanted to really try and press this, they could potentially punish the sort of greediness of this draft slightly. Although, looks like Ember's just going to be going straight for those Boots of Travel. Still a great item.
To be honest, I don't think either team is really looking to punish farming. I think both teams think they can win late game.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of one. I forget which game it was earlier today. Seems like that's the current thinking in North America is
We'll just outfarm them.
don't even bother trying to punish greed, just be greedier.
Yeah.
We saw it yesterday with the triple Midas Battle Fury Radiant strat out of complexity, which hey, it worked.
Yeah,
Probably shouldn't
why
have,
not?
but it did work.
I mean, do what works. If it works, it works.
Truer words never spoken.
Looks like Naga here picking on up the headdress. Might be building into I don't know, mechanism potentially, or
This
Well,
Alk
that's
is so
kinda
tame
interesting.
compared to the one last game.
yeah. At this point, he was almost picking up his Manta. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he had BOTs. He got the Radiance at what, minute 9? He had the BOTs at minute 10.
He had a 9-minute radiance. Who was it?
One of the guys on Unknown. He had like a
crazy.
weird symbol name.
Oh, the // guy.
It's like a... It looked like this.
Oh, the little brackets. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
actually know who that guy is. I just know he's Bracket Man.
Bracket Man.
It's really hard to look up Unknown because some of the databases break because their name is unknown, and it just thinks it's an unknown team. So I think some of the databases break.
That's awesome.
This is going to be a strong timing for Cloud9. They have BOTs, they have Ice Blast. Basically, the game plan's going to be maybe smoke one of the supports or just wait for someone to be scouted out on their own, and then Ember goes in with the BOTs, you drop the Ice Blast. You just look for easy picks while TA continues to farm, gets the Deso. You try to either sneak Roche or take a tower and then go for it. So
She actually has Deso. It's being brought out
Roche
right
is
now.
going to be
It's
really,
already done?
really
Yeah.
important for Cloud9 this game, I think.
Oh, nice timing on the Deso.
Yeah, so if they take a fight right now, they can definitely, after they end up winning it, if that goes according to plan, they can go on in and take Roshan. It seems, well, maybe they're actually comfortable going for it right now. They're smoked on up. Yeah, she's going on into Roche.
That's pretty risky against Tusk. I think waiting for the rune. I'm not sure if she's Roche. Hoping for the DD rune.
Yeah.
Would
No,
have been
she's
nice.
still going
She
in.
is going in.
I mean, they can't really scout this out.
They have the swarm.
Yeah, but
Mason maybe will
Mason-
push the lane and throw it.
But like you said, it's a really great timing for the Deso, so they might not be thinking that she's going to be able to do it even. It's like that surprise factor right there.
Yeah, and they also have Song now. So even if they go in, they can always Song and disengage. It's a smart way to go about Roche by Cloud9.
Definitely.
Snowball forward in the mid lane. Demon engaging onto the Shaker, but an Ice Blast is here to greet him, and Demon might be punished. Grave used, but it's pretty early. He may shatter in the well. In
Oh,
fact,
he's-
looks like he's going to anyway.
he's
Bogged,
definitely gonna
also
shatter.
in danger. Enchant Totem, not in time. Oh, free kill and a Roche going the way of Cloud9.
Really nice play there. And now they can be a little bit more... they can try and take an objective off of this, definitely. Ember Spirit can just keep on farming off to one of the other side lanes. He's working on that Battle Fury. Still a ways away from it, it looks like. But I think that they're going to be in a pretty good spot now. Probably just heal back up and then move on out.
Justin bought bots. I don't actually like that very much.
Why not?
I don't know. I feel like he needs an item that does something right now. But I guess if they're just going to try to outfarm them.
Dude, they got a Midas on Weaver and a Radiance. They don't want to fight.
That's true.
Which is why I'm a little surprised Demon rolled in there. I think he's just anxious to try to make space for the team.
Oh, typical Jimmy.
Yeah, so bots, Manta, probably Octarine is my guess. Unless they want to just get the Weaver really strong as
Give
quickly as
Skim and
possible.
Ags. It's possible.
Yeah. I'm expecting the greedy build though.
Naga's only 500 gold roughly away from picking on up her mechanism as well. Ooh, mid lane.
Rax does need to be careful here.
Definitely.
Ooh, solo kill in 1437. Nicely done by Justin. They committed a Winter's Curse for that as well, it looks like.
That's going to slow down his Midas. He's getting pretty close to it. 750 on it now, right now.
Yeah, see, Craig. BOTZ, he's still doing things.
Still doing things. I was wrong.
Picks up another bounty. It's like the game's rewarding him for doing things by giving him a bounty rune. He runs to contest the Ancients, they give him a bounty rune. He goes to get a kill, gets a bounty rune. Ice Frog smiles on action.
11k network. Ooh, over there to the side. Fog taking a lot of damage here. Does get the Grave off. There's the A blast.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Teeben with the big Ice Blast. This is a double for Brax, most likely. The Dazzle shatters. Brax, one more hit. 2 heroes down. They're diving for a third. Onto Bleak they go. No Winter's Curse available. He tries to keep himself alive, but immolates in the flames and will be the 3rd casualty of war.
That was a sick Ice Blast.
Nicely done. Able to get
37. He's a beast with
Got his
hero.
Midas from that, too.
And if you take a look right now, Naga just about to be able to pick up her mechanism. They can push down another one of these lanes if they want. No problem at all. I mean, you've got the minus armor coming out with the Desolator from TA. She's got her Blink Dagger now on top of Aegis. She's in a really good spot and going to be able to take out this jungle here as well.
Wonder what kind of item Mason is going to go for. He has a lot of gold.
Yeah.
I don't. If you do get fed in early Ags, I'm not sure how that changes the build.
build
Maybe
is,
you go
yeah.
for like a Deso earlier.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just straight damage.
Your standard Weaver, probably a Lincoln Sphere. BKB, not really that great this game. It's decent versus Ice Blast.
I think it might be I think BKB is an eventuality, but I don't think he needs to get it now.
Yeah. He may just wait and see how the game develops, though. He's pulling up gold.
So Alk actually went for the Ultimate Orb first for his
it's
Manta.
He wants the stats.
Yeah. Just give him a little bit more survivability. Not really the movement speed part that the Yasha would give you, but still problem, or not problem. I think that that's partly because he realizes that with the Aegis and this mechanism up and the Blink Dagger up on TA and all this stuff, that they're going to be a little bit more aggressive and maybe try and take him out a little bit earlier. Although they're just farming up their next set of items here. No problem at all.
Mason is just like AFK farming in top lane in the jungle. Mason's been AFK farming this whole game. He has 137 CS.
Are they going double Radiance?
They might.
My God.
Is that
God, I
honestly,
hope not.
That sounds terrible.
That sounds so bad.
If you're never at the location where your buddy is, though.
Yeah.
I guess.
They
Why
don't
not?
stack, but you know that's okay. Imagine if Radiance did stack.
That would be sick.
That would make Spectre OP as hell.
Oh my God, yeah. Imagine Haunt with stacking Radiance damage.
Oh, jeez.
Haunt, everyone
But
dies
they're
immediately.
all 5 of them on top of it.
Everyone just dies immediately.
All right, it's Lincoln's, it looks like.
Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, they've got a decent amount of damage out of the Alk. I'm a little bit worried about their damage output potential. My God.
Teeben, what a hater.
Seriously. It's just ice blasting Ancients over and over again.
Ooh, bottom lane. This could be a little bit bad. They know that they need to take out this Weaver. Echo Slam immediately.
Dead.
Everything. Earthshaker ends up getting the kill.
Like that. No hesitation from MSS.
MSS is a man of confidence when he plays Dota. Whenever he does something, he just there's no fucking around. He just does it.
They have no good catch for the
Ember.
They need a blink on the Wyvern. That's like the only reliable way to catch him.
I think that there's a chance that this Alchemist is going to...
Oh god,
See, Wyvern.
HCWP are just
Brax is
getting
just,
blasted right now.
Brax is way too farm for them to deal with at the moment. Oh, wow, that was
the
a good
self-stun being set up.
Oh, except he's...
Just good.
Yeah.
Good play there.
They're playing really well. They're finding the pickoffs. They're not overextending. They know their limits. They're punishing HCWP's passive play. And a team with an Alchemist is falling behind in gold when he has 15k net worth. You do not see this very often.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a rough situation. I mean, I think that, you know, the Manta Radiant's obviously great at being able to keep these lanes pushed out. He needs to make sure that that continues to happen, and they can't sack any of these tier 2s
Is he going to get this ward?
Does he get bonus gold for that? Oh, no. That would be pretty amazing, actually.
Yeah, certainly.
Fog looks like he's going to be going for a Glimmer eventually, but his farm has slowed down a lot. He was getting a decent amount of farm in the top lane when Jimmy was roaming around and creating space. But now it's sort of slowed down. But he does have the cloak still.
I don't really feel Lincoln's is very good this game, though.
I mean, it pretty
The
much...
way Weaver's going to die is if he gets Blink Echoed.
Yeah,
And Lincoln isn't going to help you against that.
that's true.
They're rarely going to lead with a Fissure.
Yeah. Well, Fissure isn't blocked by Lincoln's anymore anyways, so...
Did they change that?
Yeah.
Well, you can't target units anymore with Fisher, right?
No.
I don't think you can.
Was that the latest patch?
No.
No,
that was a
6.82.
You guys sure?
I'm fairly confident. I'm also
Pretty
sure
sure.
that chat will yell at us if we're wrong.
I feel
Even
like
is
that's
actually
wrong.
a sniper.
Yeah, he's tearing them apart with that. I mean, it's not a lot of it's just sort of like a pain in the butt type of thing. It's not necessarily like the one over there by the Ancients was huge. These other ones are just sort of slowing down the farm, and I guess that is pretty dang important at this point for these the Alchemists here, just moving around the map. And it looks like TA is going to be going for the MKB next.
I'm not sure who's getting flamed. It's one of us.
Uh-oh.
Apparently it does block Fisher.
Yeah.
What? There's no way.
I was on the same page as you. I thought it didn't. I'm
Hold on.
They're
checking.
fail fishing me, and then other people say it does.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm checking.
Got any stats
Uh-oh.
on it?
Justin. It's out of the Ice Blast. Close call here.
I'm going to be able to run it. Alk's going to hit himself. No problem. Look out!
Yeah, 6.82.
Okay.
He was right.
So I was wrong.
Boom.
Wait, I was right.
No, he was right.
He was right. So I was wrong.
Yeah, you were wrong.
Okay, that's a chip.
I'm so happy I'm not on your team anymore.
What a disaster.
I lost it for us last night.
Yeah.
I lost it on my last one in a bet.
Did we decide what happens?
If it's going to involve a camera and...
Hey, did you know that Lincoln's
jeez.
blocks Chronosphere?
What are you talking about?
God damn it, LD.
Oh, jeez. Well,
It's really beside the point, though. The Echo's the thing that's going to...
Echoes,
Yeah,
I
totally.
agree with you. I mean,
no.
It does give you stats, so it's not useless by any
I guess the only thing that you could say is, like, if he decides that he wants to get a BKB2, then he's pretty much going to be invulnerable in, like, the fights for the next
Yeah,
while.
that's really true. Because the ensnare is going to be able to be blocked there, and then
But
after
I don't know
that-
if he wants to go to BKB if Alex going to pull him an Ags.
Hmm.
But I think it's going to be a while before that happens, given Justin's farm. Because his farm's, like, good, but it's not...
He's only 4k up on
Yeah,
TA.
that's not that good.
We saw an Alk that was like tripling other heroes' farms earlier.
Well, and I'm a lot more scared by the items that TA has, even with the 4K net worth lead onto Alchemist. Like, she's about to get MKB right now, and she's got a ton of damage. It's, like, really terrifying. I guess that there's a lot of ways to burn through the refraction, but
Yeah, they're going to have... I mean, basically, it's going to come down to execution in team fights. There has to be a really good Winter's Curse. Snowball should be used effectively. But they basically... I mean, they know that pretty much most of the damage is coming just from TA and the Ember. And Echo Slam.
Right. Alchemist has a plate mail and a vitality booster right now as well. Which is kind of interesting.
He gets the casual Vitality booster fairly often. It's possible that that's just literally a Vitality booster
Yeah.
for now.
I mean, it's a really great way to be able to increase your health. I think it's the most cost effective in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong about that. Right, Weaver Hasterin ready to make the move, going on through the jungle, trying to find the Ember Spirit. He's already got this little crit stick as well.
Yeah, Ritsu's pretty farmed. I don't like how comfortable Braxton and Ritsu are this game. They feel like it feels like everything's going according to plan for C9.
Yeah,
And-
they're still leading in gold here.
I also don't really like the... I don't like the Dazzle pick in this situation when they're just like passively... I don't know. It feels like he's just not accomplishing that much since the very beginning. Besides like the 2 Graves he's had.
Well, one of the Graves didn't work.
Yeah, one of the Graves...
AA is really good against Dazzle, unless you have like... Unless they hit you at just the right amount of HP where you can Grave until it wears off, but that's fairly uncommon.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an egg soon, and then good luck with the Grave making a difference. Boop. Where are you going?
And gets the AC.
Yeah, obviously, excellent item versus TA Ember.
Good
so-
versus TA and Ember. Really good with the Weaver on your team. Minus armor with Weaver is extremely good.
He's not in any hurry to give his teammates any
Yeah.
Item Scepters, though.
Ooh, Radiance Burn coming on out. Justin, a
Oh
little bit.
god, these ice blasts.
Well, that's close.
I'm
Just
actually
able to
getting like
dodge it.
heart palpitations every time these ice blasts come on the screen.
Keep you alive here. You can literally say your team is killing you.
Yeah.
So I guess now Justin Octarine will be next with the Vit booster,
Yeah.
and then
Presumably.
either at that point you get the Abyssal Blade, or you just start.
I think he definitely needs an
teammates
Abyssal
eggs.
this
Maybe a
game, though.
Moonshard potentially also could
I
be
think
an option.
Moonshard can wait. I think he needs Abyssal.
You definitely need the Abyssal first.
Okay.
And god, they also need to stop giving out free Roshans or X. He's getting so much XP from that too.
Yeah, the EXP lead is pretty substantial, 12K, but that can obviously turn back around.
Yeah, XP leads are still extremely rubber bandy. They nerfed gold, but XP is still pretty crazy.
Looks like Naga might be going for Guardians after that she gets this Solar Crest here. That is an option at least. Not necessarily necessary, but...
Utility Naga. I'm on board.
Doing what she's doing. Maybe an Aghanim Scepter later. Everybody else might not get one. She'll maybe actually pick it up.
Arif finally gets his 4-staff, which is good as well. That's actually a really important item for the Earthshaker because it gives you a really good opportunity. Wow, he made it out of that. His blink dagger.
Has he made it out though? They have a grave on Fog. Glimmer Cape, no chance. Decapitated by Ritsu, and now Glimmers. Does their detection MSS doesn't have anything, but Dazzle. Oh, it does have the TP.
Nice little juke.
All right,
nice juke
looks
by
like he
Ionis
makes it
there. I thought Scott made it out of that, but I guess the Ice Blast still hit him because he blinked. So I thought he was good.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I guess he just got the debuff applied to him, and then he ended up...
Yeah, I guess. That was kind of weird. He must have been really close.
He took the damage like right as he blinked.
Yeah. Justin's farm alarming. Daedalus, though, for Ritsu. This is the part that I really don't like. TA, I think you can control because she doesn't have Sleight of Fist, and when Ember gets these items, it's really hard to deal with him. They need, like... I guess, will they have the blink on Scott, and then if they get an Abyssal, then they could do it. But the Abyssal, I don't know if he's going to get it now. He might go for Octarine first.
Well, the other thing here as well is that Weaver needs to be so careful about positioning because only 1400 HP. Like, once Ember starts critting, if he is standing anywhere near the creeps, he's going to get cleaved down. And that's going to be, I mean, that's the pure damage, or not essentially
well,
pure damage.
I think Mason is basically not really going to be fighting unless someone uses, like, Winter's Curse or something like that. Because he knows that. Like, if they start actually hitting back, he'll die really fast. Yeah. Because, especially with this build he's gone, this Lincoln's actually doesn't really help him that much. I guess it helps him against net. That's probably the best, really the only good skill that it blocks.
It just shows you how hard it is to farm a Weaver.
Yeah.
He kind of needs the Ags to stay relevant.
Like, he's free farming and he has nothing, basically.
He's 2-2-1. Basically has not been in any fights of relevance. All right. It is Heart, so Heart versus AA. And it's an Ags.
Oh, A actually has the Ags. Holy
That's
shit.
a very odd
just
build.
got that.
I don't
5
like
and
this
11.
build.
Raw HP is still decent, but Heart feels pretty under. Because it just makes you so heavy on the regen that you're never getting if Theban continues to be on point, which, let's be honest, he's pretty much been on point all game with the Ice Blast.
Yeah. He's been able to make those really work, and now with Aghanims, it's just really scary. I mean, you've got so much damage coming out from the TA and the Ember, single target, as well as all over the place in AoE.
Can he really fight with the Heart? Like, even with the Heart, if he runs in on this TA Ember,
I really don't think he can.
I feel like they could still easily kill him.
Yeah, they've got so much damage. And Daedalus now coming out as well for the TA.
I feel like the only way the High Council can win this game now is really good high ground defense.
They have the lineup for it, though. Acid Spray is fantastic.
Unless Scott dies here.
Ice Blast. Uh-oh.
That's really bad.
That's a very long Ice Blast. Maybe he just commits anyway and says, screw it. Brax gonna drop low. The song comes out, ticking down.
Brax is
not
so
dead
low.
just yet.
Arctic Burn?
Almost had him, but not quite. Now the Shard's coming through. They're gonna trap out Theban, try to finish him off. Throws out the cold feet. Theban will go down. A good hold. Yep. Cloud9 are forced back.
I mean,
so the one thing that I've noticed about Cloud9 over the last couple of days is they're actually really bad at finishing games. Like, it takes them a long time to win games, and against a lineup like this, that's really bad because every time you try to push high ground, you could potentially lose the game because of Curse.
All right, what's it gonna be, guys? Mason, 3,500 gold.
Desolator or Daedalus?
I mean, I think that Deso is probably the build, but
maybe get an MKB.
He's up against the Solar Crest.
It feels underwhelming to me, the Deso, but I think that's his best option for damage, which is what they really need. But maybe he holds out
I think
for MKB.
MKB could be reasonable.
I just don't know if he's going to get it in time.
Really good on Weaver.
That's the thing I'm worried about. Is like I don't think that Cloud9 stops here. I think they group back up again. You've still got the Aegis up on TA at this point. Like, he needs some damage right now, and I don't know.
Honestly, after the games yesterday, I'm surprised Cloud9 even tried to push.
Oh my god.
That Glimmer Cape. Oh, looking for the side blades. Yeah.
Should be okay here.
Oh, A Blast.
He needs to watch the Ice Blast,
Oh,
he walks into it!
Aegis just reclaimed right now. If they can take down Brax,
Where's the detection?
God,
Oh,
gonna
the quick
take down
snag
Brax.
and the blink out. Brax is swagging on the High Council, and they may lose their Weaver.
Jeez, so
careful.
much damage. Oh,
Yeah, I don't like. They have way too much damage. They're gonna have. They don't even have buyback on Wyvern here. Just not good.
that is
They
going
need
to
to
be
spend their money.
2,200 gold.
Mason needs to spend his money, because if not, they're gonna lose the game.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that if he like his only thing he can go for right now for damage is Deso. I
He
feel
could get a
like
Chrysalis.
Yeah, he could.
What have either of their cores done this game?
Nothing basically.
All right, Tusk buyback
Alk
here.
has literally just farmed all game, and Weaver has farmed all game. And they're getting high ground.
Well, stun on a Brax, keeping up the pressure here on the high ground with the Deso. Gonna fight an Acid Spray. It's a little bit tough, and there's the Deso.
Yeah, that's the I need an item right now because I think we're getting Raxed.
Yeah, exactly. I think if he had his choice, he would probably would have held out there for an MKB, but can't really afford to do that in this situation.
So hard.
He needs one though. He's up against the Solar Crest.
Well, and with the buyback, Cloud9 are going to back on off for a little bit, but I feel like it's only just going to be until the next Aegis here. And the question is, are HCWP going to be able to farm up enough items here in this next little period of time where they're able to actually sustain a high ground defense?
Depending on how the team fight goes, I think both like, High Council can still actually fight,
Yeah.
but they need to be really careful with their Earthshaker. Earthshaker can just wreck these fights for them, because if he gets a good stun on a couple, then they're all going to die, Brax and Ritsu. He's going Abyssal now.
Yeah, I'm quite sure HCWP can come back.
Yeah.
They just have to turtle, play safe, wait for a good opportunity for a curse. Maybe you get a snowball to set it up, or
Exactly, yeah.
an Alk stun.
I agree.
And if they can start feeding Aghanim Scepters and get a Moon Shard on the Alk, that will help the Weaver catch up a little bit. So I would not count them out yet by any means.
It is going to be a Basher brought out as well.
Yeah,
so
he's definitely good. I mean, you need the Abyssal against the Ember.
They need lockdown versus Ember and,
the TA,
even
actually,
TA.
yeah.
But he also needs MKB potentially with the Solar Crest.
they need a lot of things.
Good thing they've got a hero that can buy a lot of things.
True enough. Oh, jeez.
The Burning Swords.
Well,
Wonder how much those cosmetics have gone up since Radiant Alk has become good. Probably quite a bit.
Are they hard to get?
It's an immortal.
But is it like a get it from a TI chest and it's worth like 5 cents immortal,
I think
or
it's like
a
a
special
DA,
immortal?
I think it's from DAC.
okay.
And there wasn't actually that many. Last time I looked, they were like $8, which is kind of a lot for a Dota item. Most Dota items are like 15 cents.
This is going to be the state of the game until the next Roche.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to farm. And, oh, they're actually going to smoke gank
Short
here.
Roche.
But Roche is coming up
HCWP
soon.
are definitely just going to farm, but yeah, Cloud9. They want the pick into the Roche or into high ground.
And Ember Spirit now is going to be picking up a Lincoln Sphere. That's pretty huge. That blocks Winter's
For
Curse.
him, Lincoln Sphere is amazing.
Yeah. All of the stuns now right now that HCWP have are going to be able to get blocked by this, and there's only going to be 3 of them once you end up getting the Abyssal up even. Jump forward, Echo Slam, catches immediately, no regeneration at all. Destruction, TA tears him apart. It looks like they're going to be
Heart does not help you there.
No.
Yeah.
They did just use a lot of ultis just to kill an Alk. So that means
true.
they can't really high ground right now because if he buys... Well,
they can
they have
force the
Song.
buyback.
They
for
can
sure.
force the buyback for sure.
If
But
he buys back, they probably have to.
they probably will leave.
I mean, the really substantial one is
Oh
the,
my god, that creep clear.
Ancient Apparition.
Splinter
And
Blast is just...
Ice Blast back up again in 9 seconds
good.
here.
If he buys back, and they're going to leave.
They want Roche.
They-
And what do you know? He's up. Easy Aegis.
You think High Council contest this?
No, Alk doesn't have buyback. If they could... I don't know if they can give it away, though.
That's a good
But
point.
I think it's too risky. If they go in and Alk dies again, that's just game.
Basically game over.
I think it's a losing move, though, to not try and contest it, because, like you said, if they give this up, then you're basically going to be able to have to fight 5 on 6. So
They just need a good Winter's Curse. If they get a good Winter's Curse, they can hold.
yeah, they're moving out for it now, and actually, it looks like Cloud9 aren't going to opt to go for it.
They're moving
quite
out
yet.
for creeps, man.
Yeah.
It's Creeple's greed.
He did actually just buy back as well, so
Oh,
he
this
can...
is so risky. And
buy
they're
the
leading with
Abyssal.
Justin. Oh, the balls on the High Council.
Oh, but if Brax goes for this just by himself or with only one
yeah,
other
if
hero,
he jumps in solo, but
they could easily kill him.
Are they sneaking Roche? That's super risky.
This
They do
seems
see
insane.
They do see Ember top, but Ember can always arrive at the pit. They go in now and start going to work on a Dire Squad.
They
What if
know.
they get songs?
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
This is all in. If they die here, it's game. And Justin's going to get hit by an Ice Blast, immediately tries to run away. Blanking in, they steal the Aegis. They also get the last hit. The song prevents any follow-up, preparing for Brax to retreat, it seems. And meanwhile, all lanes are pushing, and now MSS into the pit. No Echo for 15. They still finish off Demon. At least the Alcalives, giving them a big carry to hold the high ground. But
I actually don't know how more heroes didn't die there.
That's because Echo Slam was on cooldown.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, God, this is really bad. Tusk doesn't have buyback. They're going to just push right on up into high ground at this point, and they've got Aegis on TA
He's
as
trying
well.
to get
It's just
Abyssal
all
before
bad.
That's not happening.
Oh,
Well, maybe the Illusions will get it. But he also has to buy it is the issue.
Yeah, that's actually the bigger issue.
A Blast ends up hitting. He's going to die
Fog can't
now.
afford to get hit by those.
Oh.
A's just been winning this game.
Yeah,
He really
honestly,
has.
1437 just took this game and broke it.
Really, really solid.
Dazzle's
play out of
been
him.
pretty much useless. I wouldn't even say it's Theban's fault. It's just every Ice Blast is a direct connection. And your Alks regen is just terrible.
They're just going to casually take this Rax here. I don't even think High Council are going to contest it that much.
They want to... If it's the second lane, that's where
Yeah, the
they'll
second lane,
play.
I think they'll definitely defend.
Oh, God.
Extra lives here. Mounting for Cloud9.
Like, they don't have a plan to kill Brax, really. Jimmy doesn't have...
There's the
Blink or
Abyssal.
anything.
Okay, there's your plan.
Okay, this is a plan.
But they have
now.
to kill him twice.
Yeah.
They have to take down the problem is that they need to focus the TA because the Ember has Lincolns, but TA has the Aegis, so what? Like, it's a really, really difficult proposition right now. I guess they don't have Song for another 20
I wonder if they're
now.
going to first ban AA next game, because they play a lot of these heroes all the time.
Well,
and AA really counters their style.
I mean, it's 4. I said it. 4-1 is their record so far in this patch with
I mean,
AA.
everyone knows that AA is good this patch, and especially Cloud9 has had a really strong win rate with it, and I know this team knows it because we've talked about it.
Yeah.
So if you ban AA, then what are you letting through? They banned
Doom,
Anti-Mage and Doom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you either let through
AM, I think, is not... Letting through AM doesn't scare me that much.
That's probably I think the better move there is to
Unless
ban
they
AA
just
in.
first pick AA, which also seems fine to me, because Fog plays AA all the time. And pretty well.
If they get first
Not
pick,
as well
do they
as this
take,
game, I don't think.
If they take first pick, do they take AA?
Maybe. I don't see why not. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Unless, like, Doom's available or something.
Right.
Yeah, well, I think they're going to probably ban Doom.
Yeah. I would hope so.
Doom's so broken.
Looks like
I just saw a Doom crush a Slardar in lane. That would not have happened a patch ago.
Shaker with the Invis rune, waiting to see if he can find somebody over here.
Well, the good news for High Council is that I'm pretty sure Complexity is going to lose to Void Voice, which means that even if they tie here, they can
Really?
still
You think they're going to
advance.
get 2-0'd?
Well, it doesn't matter if they get 2-0. Complexity has to win 2-0.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
And they are definitely losing right now. 25
I could see
to
Call
11.
winning 2-0.
They're actually losing right
Oh,
now.
are they losing right now? Okay. Well, I could see them losing a game.
Nice. That's solid.
So we'll see how this game progresses, but High Council just does not really seem to be able to do anything still.
Gem on Naga Siren. This is like, there's no vision also. I mean, you take a look at the Radiant Vision. It's just whatever you get with the illusions coming out from the Alchemist, and that's it. Just taking complete control over this map, and tons of farm on the core heroes that need it. Everybody's got buyback. They're just ready to go.
I wonder, I mean, I feel like you probably need to give the Weaver an egg soon, right? Like, he needs HP. Yep.
He doesn't have to
Complexity
farm.
lost, rip.
So with Complexity losing, this match basically doesn't matter?
Well,
it affects
no,
C.
well, if C9 2-0, then they
Oh,
advance.
then they advance.
But if they split, then
Then you
go
play
to
it.
the tie- they go
So
to
if
the
they go
tiebreaker.
1-1, then you play a game 3 decider, which kind of makes sense.
Interesting.
I'm pretty well, okay. I'll have to double check. There's also some weird stuff with like how you did.
It's not like TI where it's like whoever did better against the team below them.
Well, it might be that. Yeah, I have to check the order because the tiebreaker rule is like a page long.
Well, we'll get the dictionary out after this game.
The one nice side about this heart here for Alchemist is that it means his illusions are tankier to be able to deal with and push out the lanes. But I'm not sure if it's really going to end up mattering because they can't win a team fight with it. So range rack's going to go down here in just a second. Brack can drop really low.
So is Aegis.
Not really a problem for him. Just pushing forward.
All right, so even if it is that rule, they're still going to play game 3 because they have the same exact record against the teams below them.
Okay. Or maybe they'll just flip a coin.
That's a possibility.
Seems doubtful.
Can you imagine the Reddit rage?
Oh my god! Could you imagine the Gurg rage? I just
Unless you win.
I would actually.
Do you think
just start
Valve is
yelling.
afraid of the Gurg rage?
I mean,
I
obviously
kind
not.
of doubt it.
They're obviously not, because I've Gurged before at them, and it doesn't seem to matter.
I love that that's a verb.
Gurged. Gurg is a lot of things. Noun, verb, adjective.
BKB up on the Weaver, MKB up on the Ember.
He still does no damage.
Yeah, this Weaver still has absolutely nothing.
Like 16k net worth. Deso is just irrelevant at this point, honestly.
And like with the Solar Crest as well, I mean, you're not hitting them. Naga's hanging out down the bottom lane right now. Just sending out her illusions.
I also think Alf does nothing, actually. If he's able to just chain auto attack, but he doesn't have a BKB, he's up against the Shaker. They get Song to reset. If he gets Ice Blasted, he's very vulnerable.
What's this Naga Siren doing down here in the bottom right?
Just chilling.
Like, she doesn't have TP boots to get into a fight, so...
Just trying to keep the lanes pushed out.
Okay.
I guess they're going to wait for one more Roche.
What exactly does this Weaver thing do again? It like lets you put it on someone
You
else.
can time-lapse your teammates.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Target ally heroes.
It's really strong in the right situations.
The problem, though, is that you really want to be able to combo it with somebody who does other damage, and they don't have somebody that does that
Justin
right now.
is going to have Justin has a lot of damage. And hits like a lawnmower when he turns on his ult.
That's if he's not. That's if he's auto-attacking, dude. Do you really think he's ever auto-attacking this game?
If he abyssals someone.
Yeah. Basically,
He needs to get snowballed in.
If MSS is not there.
Yeah, if MSS is dead or occupied.
Looks like the strike down center is
Oh
getting
yeah,
called
that
out.
is a line. Jesus. Braxis.
Kill them now!
Throwing
Slaughter
them
the
down the middle.
infidels!
Oh, jeez.
To battle!
To battle. Yeah.
It's kind of a weird time to push. They don't have Aegis.
Well, they know it might be coming up
Who is
soon.
the cheese?
So maybe trying to push out the lanes and then take a fight that they know they're going to be able
They
to
use
win.
the cheese? Or is it on the core?
Wasn't that only the second Roche?
No, there was,
Was
a
it the
cheese
third?
on that rush. For sure. Who used it?
The Roches have been so uneventful for the most part of this
Yeah,
game.
it's just Brax walking in, killing it. Because Brax has soloed it twice, and then that time.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then even like more like just
Someone
the
probably
usage of the
used
Aegis.
it. Someone probably used the cheese in the
Sold
in
it
that
for some
fight.
sweet cash.
Well, they avoid the ice blast. That's one step in the right direction for this fight.
Yeah. Making it happen.
It was killed.
It was defeated.
Interesting.
Oh, no. Brax
That's
was there
bad.
waiting
Game-winning
for it.
plays. Oh wait,
What was
that's
on that?
the wrong courier. Just the Staff of Wizardry. Oh, you know what? I think it just stopped here because I saw it fly into the trees and I assumed it would just keep on going, but it just kind of stopped. And
So when he put the trap there,
I guess so.
that's
He must have seen it fly into the trees.
actually
and it just
ridiculously
didn't move.
next level.
Oh, my God. He knew that they were going to move it up right along that line and then cut over afterwards.
Well,
at
he
the
just
right
stopped
angle.
moving it though
Oh,
because it was already there.
It
a
was
while
Justin
ago.
buying an Ags. That was his
Jeez.
staff of wizardry, so he's gonna buy an Ags.
Not anymore. He's not.
Nope.
He could actually buy another one, but
Yeah,
he
he
needs
can-
to get to the secret shop.
He'd have to wander all the way up there, and he doesn't really have an item slot for it.
Weaver gets hit by the ice blast. Has to go back. Doesn't want to get caught out.
All right, guys. So one more Roche, and then Cloud9 in one of the least eventful games of the qualifier. 17-6 will be trying, I imagine, for the second and third lanes of Rags. Oh, MSS. Got no damage dealers here.
He does have Aghanims.
So Ward's scouting this.
Even with Ags, I don't think he can kill a hero with 3k HP.
No, he's not solo killing.
He wants to check him out, though. He's just trying to say hi.
I like your glove. Look how disgusting his Alka is. Hand of Might is end 2 radiances.
See, this is the thing, too. Like, they knew that none of the other heroes were over there because the Earthshaker was just able to see it, basically. And then they don't end up being able to get much out of the smoke. It's a little bit unfortunate that that keeps on happening. And
Well, when you're down 1.5 lanes of
Yeah,
Rax, like,
it's tough.
so obvious when you're smoking.
yeah.
And who are you gonna kill? Honestly, MSS could probably get away. Theban's got a Glimmer Cape. SVG a Song. The cores are just godly, survivable.
Here comes Roshan again.
Brax is like 10 hitting Roshan or something.
Drops
He
his
has
ultimate
so
orb on the
much-
ground.
he has
Letting
so
out his
much
rage
damage.
on Roche. He hasn't gotten a kill lately. Brax is hungry.
Ritsu's here as well.
like cheese.
I don't like the. I also don't like the lack of warding over here, like the lack of vision from HCWP, and around the Roche pit. They're just letting them do whatever they want. It feels like.
MKB gonna be the item on Alchemist now.
He has a lot of damage if he can actually hit someone.
Yeah. Do you think a blink would be
Yeah, he'll win
worth
a man
it?
fight against anyone, but
I mean, he's pretty
the
six-slot.
whole Cloud9 game plan is that he's never auto-attacking because he's just chain stunned.
Vlad's up as well.
Oh, great start to
Especially
the
when
fight.
he stuns himself.
Don't worry, nobody saw.
It's Achilles' heel using the concoction. They have a glyph available here on the High Council. The High Ground Siege commences in earnest. MKB complete can just about buy that Aghanims. Not sure who he gives it to. It's pretty good on Dazzle. I think the Weaver one could be really interesting. Because then Mason can potentially save Justin. And if they get a second life on the Alk after like Echo Slam and Ice Blast have been blown with the time lapse,
That's actually
that's
a, really
a game
good point.
changer. And let's be honest, Mason is not doing damage on his own, so I almost prefer the Weaver eggs at this point. Let's see. Oh, no! Not again. Okay, 3 minutes from now, we'll have that egg.
Oh, jeez. That's game loser.
That reminds me of the Archon game when Korok got 2 courier kills in a row in the Storm.
Honestly,
in the
with their map
wildcards.
control, you probably send it to the other shop.
The other secret
Yeah.
shop.
I think that's actually the safer play, but
I mean, they have wards all up in their own jungle anyways, so
yeah, but they're more likely to be guarding your secret shop at this stage of the game.
that's a good point. Naga Siren, Lincoln's Gem, Solar Crest, Guardians, Utility Abound. She can toss that onto the TA if she wants at this point as well. I mean, Ember already has one, so why not? And then you still got this 5 slotted at this point, Templar Assassin with 5k in the bank.
Game-winning smoke from Cloud9, perhaps.
Good for the
They
opportunity.
see Alk, who does not have buyback. Oh god, they see that Ag for the card. Like, he probably doesn't have buyback. Let's go for the win. The dunk comes in. The Ice Blast is there, and Justin. Yeah, so much for all that damage. One Echo, and he's dead.
Probably the end of this one, honestly. I mean, seems very unlikely that they'll be able to win this game now. They'd need, like, the most amazing winner's curse on the planet.
Yeah, TA has to kill Ember.
Yeah,
TA has to kill Ember with the Winter's Curse for them to have a chance.
That's pretty much...
They both have the Lincolns up on
But you can't
them
even
right now
curse the Ember
also.
easily because he's got Lincolns. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. All right, second rain track's going. Never give up, never surrender.
Well, they just got rid of the Lincolns.
Here comes Mason. Snowball forward from Demon and quickly getting dealt with. Down for the count. Oh, the Grave goes on to Bleak. Just getting whatever he can, Yanni says.
He actually gets, like, 2-shot.
That's
And they miscommunicated again.
It's a Ghost Scepter Weaver, by the way.
Jeez.
Still may die. Scurries back to the well. There's the
Yeah, they know
fissure.
this game's
GG. High Council having a rough go of it here. in Group A.
Cloud9, very motivated to win this 2-0. Absolutely.
Well, at this point, they don't even have to.
No?
At this point, they're guaranteed. Well, they definitely won.
Cloud9 is now guaranteed to at least have to play a tiebreaker.
Okay.
They definitely won. They
I
definitely
mean, they
want
want to win 2-0.
Obviously.
Obviously, but...
They can afford not
They
to.
can afford not to. That's what it comes
Solid.
down
It's everything I say, Greg just repeats it.
Don't worry.
Fucking Greg.
to. Want to fight?
This is great. Oh,
You're
jeez.
such a clown.
So, game 2. Coming up soon.
A ban? You feeling it?
I don't think they're going to let them get A again. I'm not sure what they're going to do. They can either pick it themselves, they can ban it.
If they're going to run Alk, they need to prioritize the bounty runes more. They definitely need to ban AA if they want to run Alk, which means you definitely don't first pick it. I think ideal situation is you pick it second when you have first pick so they can't counterpick, but...
I think if you pick Alk also, you skill up Grievel's Greed before you get the bounty run.
It's easy to forget how this game started with all the things that happened since then, but that was...
The Earthshaker messed up.
That was really...
Alchemist messed up.
Yeah.
Say Levy.